math with RHB, and we're going to start the really difficult work now. All right, we're looking at lesson 13, keywords. I'm hoping we're not getting reflection here. Keywords for problem solving. And we're going to look at a whole chart, and we're going to look at addition only. You're going to find when you do problem solving, you have the issue of the mathematics itself, the actual equations that you need to do. The biggest problem people run into is they're not sure what they should be doing. They can read, they read the whole question, but it doesn't help them if they don't know what keywords to look for. That will tell you, should I be adding, should I be subtracting, multiplying, dividing. My examples, we're going to do one operation at a time. Later on, we're going to start looking at more than one operation and how to decide which one you should be doing and which one you should be doing first. We might be a bit back with the rules of BEDMAS depending on the types of questions. So you first look at as a chart, and I'm hoping I can include the chart so you can print it off for yourself. These are the keywords, but these are not all the keywords. If you find one that belongs with the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, add it into your chart. There's space. So take a look at, a little break. The whole chart to start with says keywords or phrases for problem solving. So I've got 4 corners here: add, subtract, multiply, divide. All right. We're going to look just at addition to start with. So I'm going to cover the others, if I can. And then I'm going to center this, and I'm going to enlarge it, I hope. So I'm going to try and so we're looking at the words that will just tell you to add. If you're reading your problem solving, and we're going to be doing some examples, if you're reading your problem solving and it tells you to use, there's words like sum, total, increased by, more than, added to, plus, gain, altogether, those usually tell you to add. I'm going to take a look at a couple of examples. Take this all away. I'm going to put this. Word problems, how do you know when to add? In the word problem, you'll see the words sum, total, increased by, more than, added to, all the words I just went over. We're going to take a look at some examples. So I'm going to move this whole chart up. Doesn't get stuck. There. So here's my examples, and I just have 2. So we have, if you purchase an iPhone 7 for $425 plus a rose gold case, it's going to cost you $19.45. How much will you spend altogether before taxes? So you're going to look at $425. And the reason I know it's add, if you look at your chart, I'm going to pull this down a little bit. What words tell me that I'm adding? All right. How much will you spend all together? Also has the word plus right in the question. That means you need to add the numbers that are given. So $425 plus, what was the other? $19.45. 5, 4, 14, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So your before tax amount is going to be $444.45. That way you can decide whether you want to order it or not. We're going to talk about sentences with your word problems. Right now we're just going to do the mathematics, the actual calculations. So we're going to hike up, and right now, if you go to Tim Hortons, okay, so a Tim Hortons location is trying to track the number of coffees purchased in an afternoon. There's 222 cups the first hour, 233 the second hour, 403 the third hour, and 120 the fourth hour. What was the total number of coffees sold in a 4-hour period? Back all the way up. Okay, what was the total number? There's the word total. Okay, that's the same as saying altogether. How many? So we're going to go up here, and I don't have enough space on this overhead, so I'm going to put another one on. So the first hour was 222. Next hour is 233. Third hour is 403. And the fourth hour is 120. Have you ever been to a Tim Hortons and you know that those figures are probably fairly realistic? Coffees, teas, whatever, fly right off the shelf there. And I'm a little off to the side. Now, if I have those 4 numbers, all I have to do is add them. 3 and 3 is 6, and 2 is 8. 2 and nothing is 2, and 3 is 5, and 2 is 7. And where am I here? 1 and 4 is 5, 2 is 7, and 2 is 9. So one afternoon, we're going to take a look at what kind of sentence structure you need to finish off these questions. If you're not particularly great at English, shut that off. If you're not particularly great at English, okay, you can use the actual question and a straight edge, a ruler, the edge of your book, the edge of a piece of paper, doesn't matter. You can actually look at the question itself. It'll provide you the words in the word order. All you have to do is put a capital at the beginning, fill in the blank where whatever the answer is, and use their word order, put a period at the end. You don't have to think up anything great. You can just take it straight from what you have here. I'm going to grab a ruler that's clear, so it'll be seen on the overhead. So I'm going to take my numbers away, turn this back on. Gets me right in the eyes. We're going to take a look. It says, what was the total number of coffees sold in the 4-hour period? So we need to know what words we need. Right? So all I have to have is, make sure this is on the screen here, the total number of coffees sold now. All you have to do is write that underneath. Okay. So I'm going to use this blank sheet here. Since I don't have a lot of space on this one, I'm going to hike this up a little higher. So we have to include this total, 978, and you can write the sentence. Everything's given to you. The spelling, the word order, all you have to do is fill in the number, put a capital at the beginning, so the total number of coffees. So the now gets a capital. Total number of coffees. My printing is not great. Of coffees. Alright, the total number of coffees, right there. Sold in the 4-hour period. Sold in the 4-hour period was, all right, so I've added one word. All right, what was our total? 978. Period at the end, that's your sentence. So, no thinking, nothing fabulous. All you did was take the word order right out of the question. Total number of coffees, total number of coffees sold in the 4-hour period. So we just rewrote it, put a capital at the beginning. The total number of coffees sold in the 4-hour period was 978. So there's our answer. We just plugged it in here, put a period at the end, your sentence is done. Now you could have done that with the other one, but I didn't leave enough space to do that in there. Important to look at the wording, important to use all the words that they give you. Okay, they're providing you with everything. You don't even have to really think. All you have to do is do the calculation, follow whatever word order they have for part of the question, what they're asking you to do, put that in, put a capital at the beginning, fill in the answer, put a period at the end. Next question. So then we're going to take a look at words you use for subtraction.